Storytime. From car crash to taking action. Hi, I'm Gold Detective Cindy, and this is one of the forks in my Crossroads journey. It happened on the 1st of November 2024, sometime around 3 to 5 p.m. The time frame is a little blurry in my mind. I was driving from my home in Mongrey to Auckland to pick up my big dog, Buddy. She had been staying with my auntie while I had some groundwork done and a high up in to turn my tiny house around to face the view. I was sticking to the speed limit because a few days before this I had been given a ticket for speeding. I'm so thankful for this. Things could have been a lot worse otherwise. My small dog Fluffy and I were listening to music when a car pulled out in front of us from the Marsden Point Road intersection that goes to Ruakaka. I was heading south on State Highway 1. At this point, everything slowed down. I could see the car pulling out, and I could also see I was not going to stop in time. There was a gap in the oncoming traffic, and the car pulled out of the intersection to cross the road to head north. I tried stopping, but I could already see I wasn't going to be able to stop in time. Thankfully, the only cars involved were the other car and mine. The impact was loud. Then the airbag slammed out of the casing in the steering wheel. I managed to limp my car off the road onto the gravel pit just past the intersection. The other car managed to pull off the road on the north-facing side. I didn't feel the pain in my chest straight away. I know I kept saying I was in shock. I also tried to phone my eldest son, but he was working. He phoned me back, but by that time I was in deep shock and pain really had started to kick in. A gentleman and his friend had pulled over next to me, and I asked him to answer the phone for me. Fluffy was fine, if you were wondering. A passerby was a nurse or some medical professional, and she looked me over, and an ambulance was called. Maybe by this time more police had arrived? I'm not sure. Not long after the car accident had happened, a police officer was driving north and pulled over to the accident site. By this time, I was sitting on the footwell of the ute of the gentleman who had pulled over to help. The ambulance arrived, and I was put in the back of the ambulance. My neck hurting, my back was hurting, and my ribs felt like they were on fire. I was asked a lot of questions. Then things get really blurry. Then I was at the hospital, a neck brace put on, my bra and shirt was cut off, and I was put into a hospital gown. Then a lot of tests, and at some time I had a CT scan, blood work, some pain medicine. My oldest son finally arrived at the hospital. He had driven straight out to where that accident had happened and picked Fluffy up and took her home. Then he came to the hospital and he stayed with me about 5 hours while I was there. My gosh, did I hurt. Apparently I broke my ribs, dented my neck, and hurt my back in the upper section near my shoulder blades, as well as re-hurting my lower back. After getting released from the hospital, my son drove us home. He lived on the same property as me in his own cabin. As we were driving home, the song Hurt by Johnny Cash came on. I hurt myself today. This made me laugh. I have no idea why. And my gosh, that hurt too. Once we got home, my son helped set me up in bed, pillows behind me to support me. He got me my laptop and a speaker, maybe got me some food and made me a cup of tea or coffee. And for the next few days, when he was home, if I texted him, he would come up and make me a cup of tea. My ribs were really sore. Well, my whole upper body was in agony. My tiny house is only 8 meters, about 20 steps from one end to the other. It took everything out of me to just walk, limp from the bed to the bathroom. For the first few days, I stayed in bed and only left if I couldn't wait for my son to make me a cuppa or to go toilet. To feed the animals, I couldn't bend over, so I had to squat to pick things up off the floor, or leave them until my son could pick them up for me. After about day 3, I decided I had to start getting my strength back. So I walked from my tiny cabin up to where my gravel drive joined this shared driveway. This is about 62 steps there and another 62 steps back. I had to hold my ribs when I did this, and I had to take it one slow step at a time. The first day, I could only do one of these walks, and I did it about 4 times that day. I think the next day I did 2 repetitions about 4 times, and it slowly started to get easier. The pain was still bad, like really bad. Not as bad as giving birth without pain meds, but close. I only had a medical certificate for 2 weeks, so I had to get some of my strength up. So as I worked for myself as a domestic support personnel, doing cleans, I couldn't afford to take more time off work. Slowly, over time, I was able to start walking easier. My ribs started to hurt less, and my body got used to the new levels of daily pain. Some days the pain is tolerable. Some days the pain seems unbearable. Which leads me to the point of the story. I had a goal, in this case, to be able to walk well enough to be able to work again. And taking baby steps, literally in this case, to get to the big goal. Your big goal may be daunting and overwhelming, but if you break it down into baby steps, even extremely baby steps, then you will achieve your goal. Just take that first step. My next step is getting enough Crossroads goal investigators into my program so I can stop the cleaning work that hurts my body. But right now, I need to continue to do the cleaning work. Okay, that sounds wishy-washy. Let's get real about these figures. I need to hold 4 one-on-one goal investigation sessions and sell 4 Tiger Eye plans per week, or 17 Tiger Eye plans and 17 one-on-one goal investigations per month. I want to achieve this by the 31st of September 2026. My action steps are daily shorts and reels on YouTube and Instagram, Facebook, 1 long-form video per week, 1 blog post per week, Meta ads and Google ads, roadblocks that are on my path. I have been diagnosed with osteoarthritis. This may have been brought on by the car accident, so I am still dealing with daily pain, some days better than others. My energy levels are low. I sabotage myself, often. Procrastination is not my friend. I'm not going to let my robot stop me. I am going to be kind to myself, but I'm also going to push through the pain. Because I want to help other people like me who are at a crossroads in their life. I want to help you find your path. If you want help on your Crossroads journey, come join us in the Crossroads program. Or get a one-on-one goal investigation session, and we can work together to navigate your path. Hope to see you there. Bye.